Welcome to the Ainfluencer podcast, your go-to hub for influencer marketing, e-commerce, and affiliate strategies. Follow us to uncover success stories, expert advice, and practical insights to elevate your brand. This is the Ainfluencer podcast, your guide to mastering influence and transforming your business. Stay tuned.
All right, so today we're diving deep into the world of Asian YouTubers. We've got this article from www.asianslister.com.
Yeah.
And it's called Top 13 Asian YouTubers to Check and Subscribe in 2024.
And, it's easy to just get caught up in like, oh, who are these people? How many subscribers do they have? But I think what's really fascinating is the diversity
Yeah, totally.
of these creators and what they're doing on YouTube.
Yeah, like I was thinking, Asian YouTubers, I'm thinking K-pop dance videos, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah, absolutely.
The list includes creators from India, Indonesia, Thailand, Korea, Japan, Malaysia. It really highlights how YouTube has become this global melting pot.
It really is.
Headline.
I think what's interesting is that there's so much more to unpack than just listing names. We can learn a lot about YouTube as a platform, how entertainment's evolving, and maybe even get some cultural insights.
Yeah. So where do we start?
Well, the article kicks off with Ajay Nagar, better known as Karim Menotti. He's got over 43 million subscribers, and he's been recognized by Time and Forbes. That's not easy to do.
Not at all. That's huge.
Yeah, so he's known for his roast videos and these comedic sketches.
Okay.
And it's kind of interesting because this kind of humor is really popular globally.
Yeah.
But it can also be very controversial. And in fact,
right.
the article even mentions that one of his videos was removed by YouTube because of complaints.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a good point. It's like a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility.
Right.
Like these YouTubers have such a direct line to millions of people, and the impact of their content can be,
Absolutely.
for better or worse.
It definitely raises those questions about censorship and freedom of speech and what role does a platform like YouTube play in all of this. But moving on, let's look at someone with a completely different approach. Ria Unida, or Ria Rices, as she's known online.
Oh, this is one who's an author as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's so cool to see how these YouTubers are not just making videos, but building careers that extend.
It's a whole brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Ria Rices is a great example. She's turned her YouTube fame into a successful writing career. She's really showing that these creators can diversify.
That's so cool.
And expand their reach.
It makes you wonder, is this something unique to this generation? Or is it YouTube itself that encourages this kind of entrepreneurial spirit?
That's a really interesting question.
Yeah.
And I think we'll see more of that as we go through the list.
Okay.
Now, speaking of expanding reach, let's talk about Mohammed Atta Halilintar, or Atta Halilintar.
Yeah.
He's been on YouTube for a long time.
Yeah, like since the early days.
Yeah, the early days. And that's probably helped him get this massive following.
Right.
Over 31 million subscribers. He's known for his vlogs and celebrity interviews, which, give you that glimpse into that world. But what I found interesting, and this is a little bit of a surprise, is that he's also acted in horror films.
What? Really? That's so cool.
So, it shows that these YouTubers are multifaceted. They're not afraid to try new things.
Yeah.
They're constantly pushing the boundaries of what it means to be a content creator.
I love that. Yeah.
I think it really shows what you can do with a platform like YouTube to discover yourself and reinvent yourself.
Yeah.
You can start with one type of content and then evolve and branch out as you grow.
Okay, so we've seen comedy, lifestyle, a little bit of horror. What's next?
Well, next up is Nutticha Namwong. She goes by Kaykai Salaider.
Okay.
She is a great example of how YouTube can be used for education.
Cool.
She focuses on making learning fun and engaging, and she's built quite a following doing that. Over 17 million subscribers.
That's awesome.
But she also has her own skincare brand.
Oh, wow.
Which goes back to that entrepreneur question you had earlier.
Yeah, it's interesting how many of these creators are also entrepreneurs.
Yeah, I mean, is that driven by YouTube itself? Or is it just like this generation?
Yeah, it's probably a bit of both, right? Like YouTube gives them the tools and the reach, but you also need that mindset, that drive.
Right. You need to be creative, driven, and able to connect with your audience. And a lot of these YouTubers have those qualities.
For sure. Okay, so speaking of connecting with an audience, let's talk about Bie The Ska.
Okay.
Also known as Crit Boonyaron.
Yeah, he's been on YouTube since 2006.
That's like ancient in internet years.
That's right.
I mean, I was barely on the internet back then.
Yeah, he's got over 14 million subscribers. He does comedy, especially parodies.
Okay.
It just shows you that humor is this universal language, and it works.
It works. It works on YouTube.
It's amazing to see how someone who started so early on is still relevant today.
Right.
How do you think he's done that?
It's a combination of talent and being funny.
Yeah.
But he's also adapted. You know, YouTube changes all the time.
Right.
And he's experimented with new formats and trends, but he's stayed true to his comedic style.
Yeah.
And I think, most importantly, he seems to really enjoy it.
Right.
And you can see that in his videos.
Yeah, that passion is key. It is. Okay, let's switch gears a bit and talk about Park Hyman.
Okay.
Or Pony.
Pony, okay.
Yeah. She's a great example of how Asian YouTubers are really making their mark on the beauty world.
Okay.
Over 5 million subscribers. She's a really sought-after makeup artist. In fact, Forbes recognized her as one of the most influential people in the beauty industry.
Wow, that's huge.
And like a lot of others on this list, she's also a smart businesswoman. She's done collaborations with some big brands like L'Oreal and Dior.
It's incredible. She's turned her passion into this amazing career.
Yeah.
But the beauty space on YouTube is so competitive.
It is.
What do you think makes her stand out?
Well, for one, she's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Her makeup skills are amazing, but she's also got this really engaging personality and relatable style. She seems really genuine, and I think people respond to that, and she's really strategic about how she's built her brand.
Right.
Collaborating with other creators and brands to expand her reach.
Yeah, it sounds like she's really mastered YouTube.
It's not just about the content, it's about the network and the brand and the business.
Yeah.
All right, now for something completely different. Let's talk about Nahan.
Okay.
She's a K-pop dancer.
Okay.
She got a lot of attention for her dance covers of popular K-pop groups. She even collaborated with some of them.
Yeah. I mean, K-pop is global.
It is.
So it makes sense that she would have a big following. It really shows how music and dance can transcend cultural barriers.
Absolutely, and she's really talented. But here's where things get interesting. Nahan hasn't uploaded any new videos in the past 2 years.
Oh, wow. What happened?
It's not really clear, but it does raise some interesting questions about what it's like to be a young creator in the spotlight. Maybe she just needed a break. Maybe she's focusing on other things. But it reminds us that these channels are run by real people with their own lives and priorities.
Yeah. It's great to see success, but you have to remember that it's not always easy.
Exactly. It's a double-edged sword.
Right.
So as we continue exploring these Asian YouTubers, it's something to keep in mind.
Okay, so we've talked about a bunch of individual creators, but this article is from www.a-influencer.com, right?
Right.
Which connects brands with these influencers.
Right.
That's such a big part of YouTube now. It's interesting to see how this platform plays a role.
Yeah, they're the behind-the-scenes folks,
Yeah.
matching the brands with the right YouTubers
Right.
for their campaigns, and especially since, we were talking about a lot of these YouTubers are also entrepreneurs.
Yeah, it's like this whole ecosystem.
It really is.
You've got the creators, the audiences, the brands, the platforms.
Yeah, an A-influencer focusing on Asian creators specifically. I think it shows how important that community is becoming within this larger YouTube world.
Looking to connect with your audience and make your product go viral? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the end-to-end marketplace that connects you with over 1 million Instagram and TikTok influencers for free. With no subscriptions or fees, Ainfluencer.com makes it easy to find the perfect collaboration partners for your brand instantly. Its AI-powered system does the heavy lifting, matching you with influencers based on niche demographics, past performance, and engagement. Start your campaign directly from your Ainfluencer dashboard or your Shopify store in seconds. Manage everything from inviting influencers and negotiating deals to secure payments and performance analytics all in one place. Handle influencer-curated lists, affiliate marketing, and content creation, even translated into 200+ languages, all without paying any platform fees. Unlimited use, forever free. Visit Ainfluencer.com today and take your brand to the next level.
So the article highlights some of A-influencer's features, like no upfront costs, payment protection, this AI-powered influencer search.
Yeah, it sounds pretty sophisticated.
It does.
I think it reflects how influencer marketing is becoming so much more professional.
Right.
It's not just random collaborations anymore. It's about these targeted campaigns with measurable results.
Oh, for sure.
The article also gives some good tips for people who want to find more Asian YouTubers beyond just using a platform like Ainfluencer. Like they suggest using keywords on YouTube, exploring social media platforms, even just using good old Google.
Yeah.
It's a good reminder that there are so many ways to find new content.
It's like being an explorer.
It is.
Right. You're charting these unknown territories.
Yeah. But they do point out some challenges, too.
Oh, like what?
Well, like language barriers. A lot of these creators are making content in their native languages. That can be a hurdle.
Yeah, I guess so.
But a lot of them are using subtitles, and YouTube itself has features for multi-language audio tracks and bilingual subtitles.
Oh, wow.
So technology is really helping to break down those barriers.
It's so cool.
And make content more accessible.
It really is like a global village now.
It is.
Wish your videos could speak the world's language? Imagine your videos breaking through language barriers and reaching billions more people who speak over 200 languages different from yours. Whether you're a brand, influencer, or podcaster,
Sé per te è importante quanto per... If smelling good 24 hours. Si pour toi il est aussi important. Si para ti es tan importante como para mí oler rico 24 horas.
language shouldn't hold you back from reaching larger audiences. Create a video and distribute it in 200+ languages. How does that sound? Our AI-powered video translation makes it possible with just a click. So why limit your reach? Work smarter. Create one video and turn it into 200+ localized versions.
Horas al día. Tengo que recomendarte Cleansen.
Whether you're a business expanding globally, an influencer connecting with diverse followers, or a YouTuber growing your channel, one thing is clear. Language barriers are a thing of the past. With just a few clicks, you can translate your videos into multiple languages,
Would you like me to translate that?
instantly connecting with audiences worldwide. It's simple. Upload your video. Choose the languages to translate to. Let our AI work its magic. In minutes, your video will be transformed with accurate tone, voice, subtitles, and even voiceover options, ready to captivate audiences in any language.
Last a very long time on your body. There are fragrances for both.
Don't wait. The world is watching. Join thousands of businesses, influencers, and content creators who trust our AI to take their content to a global stage. It's time to start up. Brand ID is your digital hub.
But like with any online content,
There are things to be mindful of.
Oh, right.
The article mentions age restrictions, reminding viewers that some content might not be appropriate for all ages.
Yeah, for sure.
It's really important that creators and viewers think about the impact of the content.
Right.
Like YouTube has systems to flag things that might be sensitive, but you should really pay attention.
Yeah, it's about being responsible.
Yeah, both as a creator and a viewer.
So, as we're going through all this,
Yeah.
what are some of the things that you're noticing?
Okay.
Like, are there any big trends or insights that are jumping out at you?
Well, one thing that really stands out is the sheer variety of content.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got comedy, lifestyle, education, beauty, gaming. We even talked about horror. It really shows how diverse
Yeah.
the Asian community is.
Absolutely. And it challenges any stereotypes that people might have about Asian content.
Right.
It's not just one thing. It's this vibrant mix of voices and perspectives.
Right, and that's what makes it so exciting to explore.
Totally. What else are you noticing? I think we're also seeing this rise of the influencer as like a cultural force. There's not just entertaining, they're shaping opinions, influencing trends, and even driving social change.
They're like the new celebrities.
Yeah, they are.
But it's interesting, right?
It is.
How does this shift in power change things like traditional media, how we get our news? What about ethical considerations? There's so much to think about.
Absolutely. But you know what? Let's dive back into those individual stories
Yeah.
and see what other insights we can get.
Perfect. Okay.
So, next on the list, we have Michelle Choi. She's an American-Korean model and influencer,
Okay.
and she's known for her lifestyle content,
Okay.
like vlogs, life hacks, makeup tutorials, that kind of thing.
Cool.
She's a great example of how Asian American creators are finding success on YouTube,
Yeah.
bridging cultures, creating content that resonates with so many different people.
I think it's really cool how we're seeing representation on YouTube. It's not just creators from different countries. It's also about showcasing the different cultural experiences within those countries.
Right, and that adds another layer to all of this.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so moving on, we have Ini Vindi. She's an Indonesian makeup artist.
Okay.
And she focuses on natural makeup looks and hijab styles.
It's awesome to see how YouTube has become this platform for celebrating different forms of beauty.
It really is. It's challenging those traditional beauty standards.
Totally. So far we've had a good mix of male and female creators.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Well, next up is Jimmy Zhang.
Okay.
He's another Asian-American YouTuber.
Oh.
And he's known for his comedy. He does vlogs, street interviews, getting people's opinions on things.
Oh, I love those man-on-the-street interviews.
Yeah, they're always fun.
They're so unpredictable.
They are, and he's really good at finding those funny, awkward, sometimes thought-provoking moments.
Totally. It's like he's tapping into something universal, something everyone can relate to.
Exactly. And that's what makes humor so powerful.
Yeah.
It connects people. Now, for someone with a totally different skill set, we have Hikaru Kaihatsu, known as Hikakin.
Hikakin.
He's a Japanese YouTuber and a beatboxer.
Okay.
And he's actually collaborated with some big names like Ariana Grande and Aerosmith.
Whoa, really? He's a beatboxer who's collaborated with Ariana Grande.
Yeah, pretty multi-talented. He does music, interviews, funny skits, viral challenges.
Cool.
He really knows how to make engaging content.
That's awesome.
And he's got a broad appeal. Now, speaking of, lasting success, let's talk about Mizutamari Bond.
Okay.
They're a Japanese YouTuber duo.
A duo?
Cool. Yeah, made up of Kanta and Tommy. They do prank videos, fun experiments.
That's always fun.
Yeah, but they also delve into other things, too.
Oh, like what?
Well, everyday life experiences, popular urban legends.
Okay.
They have a knack for finding the funny side of even the most ordinary things.
It's like they're seeing the world in a new way.
Yeah, exactly. And they have amazing chemistry.
I can imagine.
Their energy is just contagious.
That's awesome. It reminds us that YouTube can be about collaboration and connection.
Right.
And not just individual success.
It's a good reminder. Okay, so for our last YouTuber on this list, we have Elif Irfan.
Okay.
He's a Malaysian creator. He does mashup songs, drama parodies, pranks.
Mashup songs, drama parodies. He sounds creative.
He is, and he seems to be really good at taking current trends, pop culture, and giving them his own spin.
Yeah, like he's holding a mirror up to what's going on.
Yeah, in a funny and engaging way.
I love it.
He's a good example of how Asian YouTubers are shaping the conversation.
Yeah, totally.
Contributing to those trends, not just consuming them.
I think it's so inspiring to see this community making such a global impact.
It is. So we've seen that this world of Asian YouTubers is vast and diverse.
It really is.
And constantly changing.
Yeah, we've covered a lot, but it feels like we've only just scratched the surface.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
There's still so much more to explore.
It's this constant journey of discovery.
Totally. But I think we need to take a quick break.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll come back and keep going with this fascinating deep dive.
Are you an influencer looking to land more deals and grow your income? Meet Ainfluencer.com, the free marketplace connecting you with thousands of brands on Instagram and TikTok. With no fees, subscriptions, or hidden costs, Ainfluencer.com is built to help you succeed. You keep 80% of every deal, and we handle the rest, from secure payments to resolving any disputes. Our AI-powered system matches you with the perfect campaigns based on your niche, audience, and engagement. Simply create a profile, showcase your work, and start collaborating with top brands in minutes. From paid posts and affiliate deals to content creation opportunities, Ainfluencer lets you manage it all in one place. And with tools to track your performance and build your reputation, you'll always stay ahead. Join Ainfluencer.com today and turn your creativity into profit. Free forever. Ainfluencer. Smart collaborations, endless opportunities.
Before the break, we were talking about Ainfluencer, the platform that this whole article is from.
Right, and it's cool how they help connect those dots
between
brands and YouTubers.
Yeah, it's like a matchmaking service.
It is.
For the influencer world.
It is, and we were saying a lot of these creators are entrepreneurs.
Yeah, it makes sense.
It does.
That they would need a platform like that.
Yeah, it's like this whole interconnected system.
I agree with that.
Creators, audiences, brands, platforms. It's pretty fascinating.
Yeah, and Ainfluencer really seems to understand that by focusing on Asian creators.
Yeah, they're recognizing the growing power of this community.
Yeah, and they highlight some pretty cool features like no upfront cost, payment protection,
Right.
and even AI-powered influencer search.
Yeah, it's pretty advanced.
It is. It really shows you how influencer marketing is becoming so much more.
Professional.
Yeah, it's not just a hobby anymore.
It's a serious business.
It is. But the article also gives some good advice for anyone who wants to discover more Asian YouTubers.
Oh, yeah, beyond just using a influencer.
Right, like they suggest using keywords on YouTube, exploring social media platforms, good old Google.
Yeah, sometimes the simplest solutions are the best.
Yeah, exactly. There are so many ways to find new content.
It's like an adventure.
It is. You're like an explorer,
Riz.
charting new territories.
But there are some challenges, you know?
Oh, yeah, like what?
Well, the article mentions language barriers.
Yeah.
A lot of these creators are making content in their native languages, so that can be tough for some viewers.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But, you know, more and more YouTubers are adding subtitles, and the platform itself is getting better at things like multi-language audio tracks and bilingual subtitles.
Oh, wow. So technology is really breaking down those barriers.
Yeah,
Making
definitely.
it easier for people to connect.
It is, but like we were saying before, it's important to be mindful of the content.
Right.
The article's FAQs actually talk about age restrictions, reminding people that some content might not be appropriate for everyone.
Yeah, of course.
It's about being responsible.
Totally, both as a creator and a viewer.
Absolutely. So as we continue on this journey of Asian YouTubers,
Yeah.
what are some of the biggest takeaways for you?
Well, one thing that really stands out is the sheer variety of content.
Right.
We've seen everything from comedy and lifestyle to education and beauty, even gaming and horror.
It really shows how diverse the Asian community is.
It does, and it challenges those stereotypes that people might have
It does.
about what Asian content should be.
Right. It's not just one thing. It's this amazing mix.
Yeah, that's awesome. What else?
I think we're also seeing how influential these creators are becoming.
Yeah.
It's like they're this new kind of cultural force.
Oh, yeah.
They're not just entertaining, they're shaping opinions, influencing trends,
Yeah.
even driving social change.
It's like they're the new celebrities.
Yeah, in a way they are, but what does that mean for traditional media?
Right. Like, how does it change the way we consume information?
Exactly. And are there ethical considerations that we need to think about?
Yeah. So many layers to all of this.
There are. But let's get back to some of those individual stories.
Okay.
See what else we can learn.
All right, who's next?
So we have Michelle Choi.
Okay.
She's an American-Korean model and influencer known for her lifestyle content,
Okay, cool.
like vlogs, life hacks, makeup tutorials, that kind of thing.
She's a good example of those Asian American creators finding success on YouTube.
Right, bridging those cultures and creating content that appeals to a really wide audience.
It's cool to see how YouTube is showcasing all these different cultural experiences.
It adds a whole other dimension to this exploration.
Yeah, it does. Okay, who else?
Let's talk about Ani Vindi.
Okay.
She's an Indonesian makeup artist who focuses on natural makeup looks and hijab styles.
It's so great to see how YouTube is celebrating different forms of beauty and self-expression.
It's challenging those old beauty standards.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is always a good thing.
So we've had a good mix of men and women so far.
We have.
Who's next on the list?
Okay, next up is Jimmy Zhang,
Okay.
another Asian American YouTuber known for his comedy.
Okay.
He does vlogs, street interviews, getting people's opinions on different things.
Oh, those are always so fun.
They are. He has this way of finding those awkward, funny, and sometimes really thought-provoking moments.
Yeah, he's tapping into something that's universal.
He is.
Everyone can relate to those moments, no matter who you are or where you come from.
Yeah, that's the power of humor. It connects us all. Now, for something totally different,
Okay.
we have Hikaru Kaihatsu, also known as Hikaken.
Kaykai.
He's a Japanese YouTuber and beatboxer.
Cool.
And get this, he's collaborated with Ariana Grande and Aerosmith.
No way.
Yeah.
A beatboxer who's worked with Ariana Grande. That's amazing.
Yeah, he's got a lot of talent.
He does.
He does music, interviews, funny skits, viral challenges. He seems to know exactly what people want to watch.
That's awesome. He must be really good at keeping things fresh and interesting.
Yeah, which is so important on YouTube.
It is. You can't just do the same thing over and over.
Exactly. Okay, so let's talk about Mizuta Maribond.
Okay.
They're a Japanese YouTuber duo, Kanta and Tommy.
A duo. That's cool.
Yeah, and they're known for their prank videos and fun experiments.
I love prank videos.
They're great.
What kind of experiments do they do?
Oh, it's a real mix. Everything from everyday life experiences to popular urban legends. They always find a way to make it funny and interesting.
I love that.
Yeah, it's like they're showing us the world through new eyes, helping
Yeah.
us see the humor and the beauty in everyday things.
And I bet they have great chemistry.
They do. They play off each other so well, and their energy is infectious.
It's a good reminder that YouTube can be about teamwork.
Yeah, it's not always about solo success.
Okay, so who's our last YouTuber?
All right, last but not least, we have Alif Irfan.
Okay.
He's a Malaysian creator known for his mashup songs, drama parodies, and pranks.
That sounds like a really creative mix.
He's definitely got a unique style.
He does. What kind of stuff does he parody?
Oh, he's always tapping into those current trends and pop culture moments.
Oh, so he's kind of reflecting what's going on in the world.
Exactly, but he always adds his own twist.
That's so cool. He's not just consuming those trends, he's shaping them.
Right, and he's a great example of how Asian YouTubers are contributing to that global conversation.
It's inspiring to see.
It is. So as we've seen from all these creators, this world of Asian YouTubers is vast and diverse.
It really is.
And it's always changing.
We've learned so much, but I feel like we've just scratched the surface.
There's always more to explore.
There is. It's like this never-ending journey of discovery.
It is. You're constantly finding new talent, new perspectives, new stories.
And I think it's so cool how it shows that the future of online content is in the hands of these passionate individuals.
Yeah, people who are willing to share their unique voices with the world.
Exactly. So I think it's time to move on to the last part of our deep dive.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's reflect on everything we've learned and think about what it means for the future of online entertainment. So we've really gone deep into this world of Asian YouTubers.
We have.
From comedy and beauty to education and social commentary. I mean, it's been quite a journey.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see just how much talent and entrepreneurship and cultural influence there is within this community.
Totally. And, you know, this whole deep dive started with this article.
Right.
Top 13 Asian YouTubers to check and subscribe in 2024 from www.a-influencer.com. Which, as we've been talking about, connects brands with influencers.
Right.
But for me, beyond just these amazing creators, the article made me think about something bigger.
Oh, yeah, I think I know what you mean. The article really highlighted how these YouTubers are connecting with people all over the world.
Yeah.
Across different cultures and languages.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder, how is this changing things?
Yeah, like what does this global reach tell us about the power of these online platforms?
Are we seeing, like, a whole new era of entertainment?
I think we might be.
Yeah.
You know, these YouTubers with their millions of followers all over the world, they're challenging
Yeah.
the idea of what mainstream even means anymore.
Right. They're building these empires on their own terms.
Exactly. They don't need those traditional gatekeepers anymore.
And it's so cool how they're doing it with authenticity.
Right.
By connecting directly with their fans and by being so entrepreneurial.
Right. It's like they're showing everyone that you can create your own success.
Totally. And another thing that struck me was how universal storytelling is.
Right.
It doesn't matter if we speak different languages or come from different cultures, we all love a good story.
It's true.
These YouTubers are telling stories that people all over the world can relate to.
They're sharing their lives and their passions, and it's resonating with millions.
Yeah, it really shows you that we have a lot more in common than we think.
Absolutely. So, as we wrap up our deep dive,
Yeah.
what's the biggest takeaway for you?
That's a good question. I think for me, it's realizing that the future of content creation is wide open.
You know, it's not limited by those old rules anymore.
It's not.
It's about individuals who are passionate about something and want to share it with the world.
And the success of these Asian YouTubers is proof that that future is incredibly bright.
Absolutely. It's a future where creativity doesn't have any boundaries.
Where diversity is celebrated.
And where connection is everything.
Exactly. So to everyone listening, whether you're a creator or just someone who loves watching online content, remember, the world is listening, so go out there and share your stories.
Embrace the possibilities. That's what this is all about.
It is.
Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of Asian YouTubers.
Yeah. Thanks for listening.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep creating, and keep connecting.